Hi guys, good evening. Hi Jeremy, good evening. Hi everyone who have joined. Uh, we still have a couple of minutes, but looking at the market has been an amazing ride. Today, Amazon AVG is relentless. Like 2 weeks back, Friday, we bought it for 920. Now it's like $250 up. A very big move in just a span of 10 days. Hi Srini, hi Yogesh. Bitcoin is holding 43,000 nicely at this moment. All the big seven companies like Google is good, Microsoft is good. Today, Netflix rallied, broke above its main resistance. Nvidia also broke uh, the important 500 level and then closed above it. Meta was also very strong. So if you see, many of them are hitting their 52 weeks high. And at this time, I would say market is a little heavy. If we can get a little bit of cool off, maybe a 1%, 2% cool off, that will be really healthy for the market. That will allow market to digest this big move or have some level of consolidation now before we can move higher. We're almost near to the all-time highs. If you look at the volume in the overnight session, it is 22,000 only in ES and about 15,000 on NQ, which is like tiny. Usually we get this numbers around 6:30 to 6:45. Right now it's 10:15 and we have barely crossed 20 grand. So this number is very light. So any movement overnight hours you can totally ignore. Tesla got rejection and Chinese stocks are again taking my profits. So all set. So we can start. I think we have 30 people on the live session now. Thank you for joining. Sat Shri Akal, Kamal, Sat Shri Akal, Kulwant. Uh, Let me start from my scans first. So I'm going to scan from inside day. A lot of stocks are on the inside day. We have 20 of them. And I think we also have earnings uh, in this week. We have FedEx, we have Nike. Let me see, where is the market watch? Where is the calendar? So we have FedEx on Tuesday after hours, MU on Tuesday or Wednesday after hours, CCL before market, and Nike after market. So these are the four important earnings which are coming on in this week. So we can talk about them. Let's go to the codes and scans. So I'm looking to scan. AMD is inside day. Boeing is inside day. It's already moved. TTD, a big move has already happened. Airbnb, I think Airbnb is about to break out higher. So I'm going to remove some companies from my list which have done their job. I want to remove Square. I want to remove Datadog. Roblox has done the job of 44, 47. I will get rid of Snowflake. I will bring FedEx. I want to bring BA. We already have PayPal. I do want to bring PayPal. AMD has a double inside day. Yes. Airbnb. Airbnb. And we can talk about MU uh, later. Airbnb has inside day. PayPal has inside day. Netflix doesn't have inside day. AMD has inside day. I've not checked on the inside week, so I'm gonna just mark all of them in. And Amazon, last time I marked this as my favorite target was 155. We almost reached there. So I'm gonna take off that green thing from Amazon. AMD has double inside day, so I'm gonna mark double inside day. AMD has been consolidating well above its breakout area, and now we need to see how more it can move from here. All right, so I'm not taking bank, but Nike is inside day. Nike is almost at 52 weeks high, so keep an eye on that. IWM also is setting up slowly and slowly, but again, like we have so many stocks to cover. If we keep on going one by one, it's going to take like a lot of time, and it also loses focus as well. BA is inside day, so I'm going to mark BA. In between, hi Radhika, hi Kes, hi Vishal, hi Satya, hi Bajwa, hi Arun, hi Satya. Thank you. I updated BA and AMD, and let me just run it for the week. Let's see. I think Microsoft should come under this. Wow, 88 of them in my watch lists. That's inside days. That's like almost every single ticker. If I put 200 here and scan, Apple, Microsoft, they are all inside week. AMD, Boeing, all inside week. So Apple is right there. Apple is, yes, inside day, inside week, not Amazon. BA is inside week, not Google. Oracle, I do not have. Apple, Microsoft. Almost everyone in my list, like PayPal is inside week. So it means they're consolidating and they will break on the upside very quickly. Microsoft is inside week. Was Airbnb. Airbnb was also inside week. All right. And last scan I will do is any bullish candle patterns on daily. None. Any bearish candle patterns here? In my list, one TLT. This looks interesting, TLD. Otherwise, all the tickers are done. So let's start from ES. And I will eliminate this volume profile. Now, ES, you see right here, we are on an extreme stretch. If you go back, like you will not see if I touch this line. This is the April of DMI 2020, where it crossed that black level. Right now, we are right there. This was kind of a lowest point in 2020 COVID downfall. And then it cooled off, and the negative momentum was at the bottom, where we are right on the red side. This was the bottom on ES. This may be a temporary top, or unless we see some reasonable cool off. Right now, all the stocks are making all 52-week high to all-time highs. The market is at the top of the range uh, in terms of levels. The flow has been consistently positive in one direction. So I think it's time to cool off. And from a area of resistance, you can clearly see that this dark top line of the regression channel is providing some level of resistance. They were dodgy. Today we had some move, but that candle was not significantly bigger. Again, in a very tight range. And now we are still slightly above this dotted line, which is 4778. So the moment we lose this area, 47780, I think we'll be coming towards 4700. And we have the rollover gap, which we have created when the futures rolled over. I think this will be an excellent area. If we can hit this before year end, that will give a good cool off to the market and can be used for the next legs higher. This will be a backtest of the breakout, which is a fundamental scenario for a move to continue go higher. If it can come down and backtest, it's kind of a recoil in a gun where it recoils and then moves. Right now, I think I am a little hesitant to go long. I do not want to short aggressively, but if we lose 4779, which is an important Fibonacci number, uh, of 100% of this entire move. Now, in this case, if we hold here, as I said, possibility of cooling off is much larger. Apple has some negative news. Microsoft is kind of clinging on around 370. Amazon has done its move. Google has done its move. Meta has shown. So if they start to cool off, I'll not be buying like aggressive puts, but I'll be waiting and letting them cool off so that they test 12 EMA and the 34 EMA. Here, I will be aggressive buyer at 34 EMA. All right. So this you need to keep in mind that do not go aggressive short at this time. And for aggressive long, we need, see, once we clear this, we do not have any issues whatsoever. We will cross 49.80 in a straight line. Last high is 48.08, which was right there. But if you adjust all the, if we take in terms of SPY, all the dividends which it has paid off, I think we have cleared all-time highs. But I still see that a little bit of cool off is really healthy for the market. Right here, we saw aggressive cool off. I don't see we are in a state of aggressive cool off, but a well-defined small cool off is need for the market. Otherwise, it's gonna fall and fall hard for no reason. So in my sheet, I'm gonna mark, I'm actually moving my sheet onto my other screen so I can use the levels and write it. Later on, we can easily put. So for ES, let's go and check. Uh, Look at them, 7 straight days of daily high Kenichi. But on the intraday, they're starting to lose. So ES future is 7 green, which is extreme green, and DMI, this is like extreme. High Kenichi DMI is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like all the 5 days are there. So extremely positive. 12 is higher, 34 is higher. Good probability. I think we need to buy above 4,800. I will not be buying right now. I'll be buying above 4,800. My stop loss is 478. Like if I just increase the size here, the stop loss for long will be this red line. So low of today, which is 4787, let's round it off to 4785. It's my stop loss. My targets will be, as I said, there is no issues right here. I have 4983 and 5100. So I'm looking right now at somewhat, if I take into consideration 123, I think it will be 4840 something. So 4840 and 4885 or 6. That's the number. So we are, let me just bring it now. And on the downside, we lose 4880. Then we are looking at the middle of this candle, which is 4730, and then 4700. So on the downside, probability on the downside, I'm just giving higher because it can go very quickly. Stop is short below 4780. Stop loss 4785, 4730, which is the middle of the candle, 4712.01. So this is back test of 12 and 34 EMA is needed for a healthy market. That's about ES. This is 7-7. And let's look at on the book map as well for a minute. Hi, Carlo. Thank you. Oh, we have 75 people now. Very good. Thank you guys for joining. Because I'm not doing these regularly, so I was not expecting 75 people to turn in. That's really interesting. Okay, so let's look at the book map, which will give a kind of an order flow idea, which many people on the Twitter keeps on blubbering about. So let's see how it is panning out. Yep, 4,800 above, that's what I want. 4,800, there's a massive selling. You can see the big red. That's the good aggressive sell which is happening. And you can see these balls. The red ball is a ball where we are seeing the selling volume, net selling volume. Green ball is the net buying volume. Now, right now, these balls are very small in size because of the overnight session. But in the morning, they are facing relentless selling pressure around this 48.10. Once we clear 48.10, I don't see any issues until 48.80. Now, on the downside, you see 47.85 is one area where we find some level of buyers. Once we lose that, It's 4750. So we are, if we consider this range, 4800 to 4750, we are on the higher end of the range. So buying here may not be fruitful. But once we lose 4785, the buying is limited. The buyers are not there. So we can actually hit 4750 very aggressively. So that's also similar to my Fibonacci with respect to order flow. So this looks good. Uh, just keep in mind that yes, aggressive buying here will not be easy. It can put you in a difficult state. Let's go to NQ. NQ is trying to hold this 161.8, which is 16824. But during the day, uh, if it has to make a fake breakout, okay, the market has gone up, has cleared and made a new high, but today's candle has not made a higher high. So if we do not make a higher high, this may be a fake breakout. And if we lose 16824, again, you need to lose either the middle of the candle or the Fibonacci of 16824. So if I sell, I have to sell below 16824. 82. My stop loss will be the top here, which is 16880. And Charlie MA, everything is good. So it's matching the same thing. Right now, this is showing you aggressive, like HA state 7. It's 7 days back to back green. Hakinishi is 7 days. So normal candles will be +1, 8 days. 8 green days back to back we have. So this gives you a kind of idea that yes, a little risk is there to go long. If it is 1 or 2, it's good. But if it is 7, risk possibility is getting higher. Now, if we lose this, first target is right here, the red line, which is 16680. And then 16525. Again, back test of 12 and 34 is needed for a healthy market. Hi, Venki. Good evening. And on the upside, let's keep this as a very small stop loss, 16880. And if you want to buy, do not buy right here. Let it cool off and come near 16900 so that we have smaller stop loss. Now, once we do this, our resistance will be the next line, which is 17,017,180, which will be tough. That's about NQ. So if we also look onto the NQ's book map, you can clearly see 1940, we have sellers. But look at the buyers right here. There's hardly any buying demand. And that's where we see aggressive downside moves. 17,000 is one area. Once we clear 940, we could see. But once we lose 900 or something, we are going down towards 750. On the top side, you can see right here, there are sellers. Buyers hardly exist. Again, I'm not saying that trend has changed, but going long at this stage is a lot risky than it was a week back. So be mindful of that. All right, now let's go to triple Q. We'll come back in the end. Let's start with Apple first. Now, Apple, my target was 198. Now, what it is doing, it's making dodgy right at the top, again dodgy and a dodgy, and did a back test of 12 EMA. This is not healthy. The negative pressure is creating. This is like, if I convert this into Heikin-Ishi candles, you will see that this is making a potential evening star. So it's dodgy at the top, back test is there. The moment we lose today's low or 12 EMA, 194.60, I think Apple will go down aggressively. So Apple, if you look at the EMA is 1, 2, 3, 4, DMI is good, 4, 12 and 34 is right there. It's right there. Now I want to sell Apple. So I want to short below 194.50. I do not want to short it here. I want to short. If I short right here, this will mark as an evening star. And then we should hit 189 and then this one. Okay. So evening star is a very good indicator of top of the trend, and we have 1, 2, 3 dodges, back test. So it is all telling me that yes, there's a possibility downside. If it hold 194, we can come back, but right now it is not showing me any sign. So it is a possible evening star. I'm just marking all of them as N. So Apple is evening star. Yes. 3 dodges and backtest of 12 EMA. If 194.50 holds, move towards 200. Right now, this is my area. My stop loss will be 195, very small stop loss. And I am looking to hit 193.30.25, which is my Fibonacci area. Again, you see, I'm not looking for aggressive down moves. I'm looking for a good 118 and 50 for a healthy correction. So I want to sell. I want to sell this below this area, and that's it. What happened to my mouse? I think it lost its battery. I have to do with my hands. That's going to be a challenge. And let's look at the DMI. Apple, it is -1. So it is a -1. I trust DMI levels, Heikin-Ishi levels much better because they are telling me, yes, things can go and change. So Apple is DMI 1 negative. Then we have AMD. AMD was also inside week and a double inside day. AMD has been consolidating and AMD is 0. See, we do not have long on AMD. 0. Heikin-Ishi is telling me 0. AMD is 0. Now let's look at the AMD chart. AMD. Again, you see AMD is struggling. It's struggling 1, 2, 3. It's making dodges, dodges, and dodges. 138.80, it closed around that area, but it's making dodges. Dodges at the top is never a good sign. We may come back and test this. Till the moment we are not clearing the previous high, which is 140, 1.70, this one. Till that moment, I think there is going to be certain pressure on AMD. Tomorrow, maybe more pressure. Again, a back test of trend line and the 12 EMA, which is 132, is a good healthy correction. So AMD, I am short, and it's again an inside day and a double inside day and an inside week. So if it breaks, it's gonna come down and hit short below 138.80. Stop loss is 140. Target area is 135.75, which is that area, and 132.17 or 132.20. Possible targets on AMD. Let's look at Amazon now. In terms of Heikin state, Amazon is only 2 candle plus. So it has some better regime. So AMD is 0, Apple is negative, Amazon is there, and it was 70% my trade. Now I'm reducing it to 60% because it's done. Uh, it is, it has actually done its target for this year. I think Amazon, it should cool off. 155 was my target. It hit the top of this line. Now, if it holds this, the problem with Amazon is that if you go back and look at Amazon in the history, it it has done something similar. It goes higher back to back, one candle up right there, and then we start to cool off and do a back test. So at this moment, we have tested the top of the channel trend line. And important thing, every time it comes to the top, there is a Fibonacci which is cutting it, Fibonacci which is cutting it, and then Fibonacci which is around there. So maybe a good uh, approach is to wait for the middle of the candle to hold and then try long. So this is 150 to 154 candle. So I'm going to consider 152 as a good area to add with 150 as my stop loss. So buy in the dip towards 152, stop loss 150. I will say 150 to 151 range. Target will be 154 and 155.25. Breakout happened. BA. Let's start from, no, Amazon has 1, 2. Amazon has flew, yes. BA. See, all these things help me make a decision. BA is an inside day, 4 days back to back. Like, look at the move from 170 all the way to 262, 263. Now, 259 is my make or break area. If we lose 259, I think then we are going to have some rejection on BA. On the market watch, let's look at BA has again 7 days, but -1 and -2. So 7 days of continuous move on BA now, which again shows me that yes, it's coming to an overbought territory. I want to try sell. It's an inside day on BA. It's an inside day and it's a hammer, but without a big body. You can see it's right there. There's a hammer. It did not make a new high. It made a new high here. It did not make a new high. Now, unless it takes it out, I am little going to be little in avoidance of going long on BA. My stop loss is to 61 on the short side, short below 259. Thank you, Ganjong. My target is this area, 255.75, and then 252. And BA can give you a quick move because it has already moved $100. If you look at all big companies, this is the only company which has moved most in last 1 month. CRM, slowly and steadily, it's moving up. It met its target of 263.67. Could not close above this. A little tricky because then it will kind of mark a double top for me. It's very hard to use these charts without mouse. Mm. So if it loses 263.50, I think we might be going back. It is positive. Everything is positive in CRM, but uh, Heikineshi is telling me one on CRM. Everything is fine. I want to buy not buy. Let's see on half an hour and 30 minutes what's happening on CRM. -1, -2. So yes, possibility of cooling off is there on CRM as well. So same thing, CRM can go short, or if you want to buy, you can buy long, but on a dip. So like if you want to buy CRM, you can wait for 255. I think that will be a much better trade on CRM rather than wait for the dip. I will not be buying CRM right here. It's better to wait. FedEx, we have earnings tomorrow after hours. Let's look at any option flow first for FedEx. Oh, you see, there is a spread. See, in my understanding, spread gives you much more confidence in a trade than a naked call out because spread is very calculated. Right now, the put spread is there. I think this is iron condor, which is set up. 282 put is sold, call is sold, and 280. So this is a credit spread. This is a put spread. This whole becomes a range. It's an interesting take, but it's telling me they're expecting it to go wherever direction, but it will only give you one-sided move. It's trying on the both sides. 280 calls are sold, 295 calls are sold, 300 call is bought, but its IV is going down. Price has also gone down. And if I look at the volume here in it, the price of this option has gone higher, and now there's a big open interest volume here. Now, when the price goes higher, you usually see writing happening. So tomorrow, if we have open interest more than this, then this must be 300 call writing. So FedEx is like that. FedEx is around very important area, 300, and if you see right here, this is a very long term inverted head and shoulders. It's extremely long term head and shoulders, which sometimes is meaningful, but not always, because the range is spanning over almost 2 years. But let me just draw some regression channel here and new Fibonacci. So I'm gonna just cut this Fibonacci on the right. So we have cleared this level. Also cancel right extension. Now this is a clear chart where we do not have anything on the chart itself. So we'll start from regression channel right from the bottom. Let's take it to right here. I'm going to extend it to the eternity. Now here, I need to make a Fibonacci extension because we are going higher into this. So I'm going to consider this one and this one into my extension, these 2 points. Now let's see where we are in terms of levels. We almost at the 100% of this move. Again, we saw some put writing, call writing of 300. 283 is a resistance area. 284 is also a selling area. So FedEx looks to me a little confused before we are into the earnings. I'll not be interested to go aggressive long on FedEx. FedEx long is 3. So FedEx is 3 in the high Kenichi, so it's pretty much good. In state, everything is positive. Have earnings, let me just make note. Have earnings 12/19. Was it an inside day? On the chart, no, it's making higher high, higher low. So tomorrow, if it does not, or tomorrow if it loses 281, or like today's low, 280, let's say if it loses 280, things will get bad. So too short below 280. If it loses 280, then 276.85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. 85. and then it's 272.40. Stop loss will be 281. So in case it loses 280, you can go short, but if it holds 280, you can try for 300. Google, Google was aggressive today, but again, it went to 137 area, failed. It's every time it's coming out, it's getting rejected. Now 135.50 or 134 is a good stop loss for Google. So I'm gonna buy Google. My stop loss will be 134.25. Similar to Amazon, I want to buy this at a cheaper price near 135. My move should be 136 and 137.60. The Google is right there. And Google, let's look at the DMI for Google, daily DMI. And guys, you can also see these DMIs onto your phone. It's one. Any questions as of now? It's just taking time because I do not had my mouse charged, but I'm trying my best to be quick. PayPal, PayPal shown some resilience in last few days. And making high again, like if you're making dodges after getting from the top, it's better to have. We are right there. We are not even into any of those candles on the PayPal. So PayPal is in a state of uh, support. I think 59.60 is an excellent support. If market gives me a breakdown, I am interested to buy 60 is my stop loss. It is inside day, inside week. Dodge is right there. If we can clear 61.60, I'll be a buyer. On 61, let's say 75. Stop loss is higher, but I'll be a buyer. My target will be 65.95 and 70.25. So PayPal can be a really good mover. Keep an eye on PayPal. Meta, Meta again broke out today, made 52-week high. It's following a very standard pattern, which it does consolidate and go high, which is always a good sign. Uh, Itachi, you can search it on my Twitter. I have shared the script to get the Heikenshi counts on my Twitter. This is Think or Swim. So for Meta, 340, again, as I said, I'm not looking to go aggressive. I want to go long, but smartly. So I'm looking to dip by Meta. 340, 41. Stop losses 337. Then high points. Let's go back into what's already a 5-year chart. Let's look at the levels right here. 345 where it got rejected today. 352.5. So again, I'll not be a buyer, aggressive buyer, but I needed to hold here. 337 area on Meta. Meta, the DMI is getting lighter 1 to 3 days. So it should be yellowish now on DMI. And stock was Meta. Meta has only one. So Meta has one. I missed the PayPal. So buy in the dip. It's a PayPal. PayPal is 0. Yep. Microsoft, I think Microsoft can be another laggard, slow and steady mover. Like all these stocks, as I said, they are on their peak and it's really hard. You see, the strength in Microsoft has gone down. We are trying to hold the inside day range right there on both the upside and the downside. It's still hovering in between the 12 and 34. Today it finally made a close above this, but I will not be aggressive buyer. I think I'll be buying it around 368 if it comes with a stop loss of 365. So buy near 368. I'm not going aggressive long. I wanted to come here, stop loss is 365.50. And every day in the morning, it does give you that opportunity. 12 EM is 372, 372, 386 is all-time high. That's Microsoft. And if I look at 0. So again, I do not want to rush. I'm gonna choose where I have a better combination. Like the areas where we have 7, the possibility of reversing on the big side is in between, rather than anything which is like -2, -3, because they're already in the negative side. But if you're 7, the possibility of turning around is really, really high. Then we have Netflix. Netflix was my favorite stock today. I posted it's gonna test 484. It closed and broke above 484. It hit the regression channel right on the top and right there. But this is the breakout. So till the moment it is holding 480, which is the previous like kind of top. If it's hold 480, I'll be more than happy to add more. 480.50 on Netflix. 480.50 is my stop loss. We need to buy this in the dip towards 481, 483. Target is for tomorrow, it's 492 and 500 492 and 504. That is Netflix. I can see on Netflix. Just one. So a light possible move on the upside. Nvidia. Nvidia has 4. Let's look at the DMI state. DMI is telling me something is wrong here immediately. DMI is negative. If we lose 499, you saw today 499 was some aggressive resistance for Nvidia. So if we lose 499 on the downside, I think we can hit 489 and then we can hit 480 at 12 EM. Stop loss for this should be 502. So Nvidia stop loss is 502. Not much, but if you want to try, this is a good deal. Roblox, a stock which tried to break out once in a lifetime here, but held. I don't know why it was held, but it tried to break out that 447 number. It's an inside day. Yes. Now, Roblox, we need to buy above 4475. Buy above 4745. 4475. 44.75. Stop loss will be 4335 for Roblox. Target is 48 and 51. That's what it is. 48 and 51. This is with respect to Roblox. Now Airbnb. Airbnb is setting up for something. It has passionately moved up in the last few days. But if we do a catch up, we are making dodges at the top. So Airbnb, if it goes above 184.75, then it's good. Otherwise, it's gonna be tough for Airbnb. Roblox. Airbnb. Target is 144, 149. That's the level for Airbnb. This is only one on the DMA side, so neutral, and on the kids side, let's say, what do we have on four? Roblox is 0. Airbnb is 4. Airbnb is 4. So everything is good. buy Airbnb. My target here 144, 140, 144, 147. Yes. So I'm actually selling this, not buying Airbnb. 144. No, 146. That's okay. 149 is my stop loss. Yeah, looks good. Last one is Tesla. I'm just shorting Tesla. It has eaten a lot. I don't know why. It's a hammer on the top. It's just never a good sign. Really, everything is fine. Last one is the 3. So you can see that it's trying, but it's not getting enough power. A Tesla. Now here, if I lose 250 short below 250, if I have to buy a attack, I will stop here, recoup it, and then I will hit 244 as my target. Got 1.5 and then 236.75. Stop loss is 254. All right, guys, I'm done. I'm not doing triple Q. I'm going to remove it. I'll remove it. So I'm pretty much done. TLT, I can check. TLT got rejected from 38.2 Fibonacci, setting up an evening star. The loss of 97.70 can lead towards 96. That's happening with TLT. Anyone has any other questions? I'm gonna post the screenshot. I'm gonna If not, then thank you for joining tonight. Hopefully I'll be available tomorrow and we'll do the same thing. But in case you have any questions, let me know and try to be less aggressive in market in the forthcoming few days. Let it cool off. Do not rush. Do not try to short fight against the trend. Better to wait and watch. All right. Thank you for joining tonight, guys. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye. See you.